Okay, let's unpack this. What does it really take to build meaningful partnerships, especially when you're navigating complex new territories like uh, parts of Africa?
Yeah, it's definitely more than just a quick handshake, isn't it? You're dealing with different rules, different ways of doing things.
Exactly. You've got complex regulations, diverse cultural nuances, and just building that basic trust. It's not always business as usual.
Definitely not.
So today, we're digging into a recent trip. A Turkish delegation went through Mozambique, Zambia, and Cameroon. We want to understand those dynamics firsthand.
Right. And the mission for us here is to pull out the key insights. What can defense decision makers, government folks, even uniform enthusiasts learn from this?
It's all about those strategic nuances behind making these international collaborations actually work.
And what's great is we're basing this on a detailed account of that trip. So it's not theoretical, it's, an on-the-ground perspective.
A real-world case study, forging partnerships in sectors that are, frankly, challenging but also vital.
Vitally important, yes.
Now, you mentioned challenges. One big one for businesses looking at Africa is often that feeling of it being an uncertain jump.
That's a good way to put it. It's not just opening an office. The rules of engagement can be really distinct.
And that's especially true for public sector stuff, right? Understanding the defense market.
Absolutely. That's where it gets really complex. You've got layers of institutions, specific procurement processes, security factors. It's a lot to navigate. Traditional business models often don't quite fit.
Which makes sense why this mission wasn't just companies going it alone. They had significant backup.
Right. The Turkish Exporters Assembly, TM, was involved, and the Ministry of Trade. They were actively supporting this.
And the focus wasn't just, let's find some clients. It was deeper.
Much deeper. It was about finding genuine country partners, collaborators, people you can work with long term.
So looking at the big picture, the main goal was what? To show progress?
Essentially, yes. To demonstrate real strategic steps towards a stronger Turkish presence in Africa, building sustainable foundations, not just quick deals.
Okay, so foundation building. That starts in Mozambique. Maputo, June 17th to 21st, 2025. How do you start laying those broad foundations there?
Well, the here scale of meetings was step one. TM, with the ministry's coordination, set up over 400 B2B meetings.
400. Wow.
Yeah, 400. That alone tells you there's strong mutual interest. Fertile ground, you could say.
And for our listeners in defense and government, those B2G meetings, the ones with Mozambique's Ministry of Defense, those must have been key.
Oh, absolutely critical. Getting that direct ministerial engagement, it shows high-level commitment on both sides. And honestly, it helps cut through some red tape.
De-risks the process a bit.
Significantly.
Yeah.
And the diplomatic side was crucial here. Ambassador Farhad Al-Khan, Commercial Counselor Badahan Husol in Maputo. Their groundwork was vital.
How so?
Well, they didn't just organize logistics. They actively helped build contacts with the right local stakeholders. That often means bypassing some bureaucracy, building trust directly.
So it wasn't just the Ministry of Defense then?
No, the outreach was broad. They met with the Chamber of Commerce, the Investment and Export Agency, APIX, the Confederation of Economic Associations, CTA, even the Muslim Businessmen Association.
That's incredibly comprehensive. So you've got hundreds of business meetings, critical government talks, all facilitated by diplomatic support.
Exactly.
It really drives home that point, doesn't it? That deep, multi-level engagement isn't just nice to have, it's foundational.
Absolutely. It's about building a whole web of trust, not just isolated deals. Mozambique was clearly more than just a stop. It was about that mutual purpose.
Okay, so a strong start in Mozambique. Then the focus shifts to Zambia, Lusaka. And here the angle seems more specific. Defense modernization.
That's right. The discussions in Lusaka really zero in on potential defense partnerships. How could Turkish industry support Zambia in modernizing its military and security setup?
Which means looking beyond just selling equipment, I imagine.
Definitely. It's about understanding and aligning with Zambia's own strategic goals for its defense forces.
And for those interested in the structures, the Zambia Defense Force, the ZDF, it's got three parts.
Correct. You have the Zambia Army for Land Forces, the Zambia Air Force, ZAF, and then the Zambia National Service, the ZNS. It's a tripartite system.
What does that structure tell us?
Well, it reflects Zambia's focus on both, traditional defense and internal security/development. It's quite diversified.
And that diversification must mean different needs across the units, right?
Exactly. Procurement needs will vary a lot, from heavy Army gear to maybe more specialized equipment for the ZNS and its development projects. Tailored solutions become absolutely key.
That ZNS role sounds particularly interesting. You said development projects.
Yes, that's a fascinating aspect for military buffs. The ZNS isn't just a military unit. It actively builds infrastructure, runs agricultural programs, community services.
So a genuine dual role force, contributing to civilian life directly.
Precisely. Understanding that dual role is crucial if you want to partner effectively with them. It shapes their needs and priorities.
And again, diplomatic support played a role in Lusaka.
Yes, consistent pattern. The Turkish embassy in Lusaka, particularly trade counselor Suat Gülsoy, provided that essential guidance and support.
It really seems like that consistent diplomatic backing is a common thread, a cornerstone.
It absolutely is. It smooths the path and strengthens the relationships being built.
Okay, from Lusaka's focused defense talks, the delegation heads to Cameroon. And here, the scale seems to ramp up again.
Oh, definitely. First stop, Douala. They joined a huge B2B event. This one was organized by TGM and AKTB, the Istanbul Textile and Apparel Exporter Associations. Big hotel venue, Crystal Palace.
And the numbers were big, too.
Staggering, really. You had this general trade delegation, about 20 Turkish companies. They met over 1,000 Cameroonian buyer companies.
1,000.
Over 1,000 buyers, leading to more than 1,500 bilateral meetings.
Wow. That's massive. It really speaks to the market potential, or at least the interest.
Immense interest, clearly. And the efficiency of bringing everyone together like that.
Was there high-level presence there, too, like in Mozambique?
Yes, very much so. The opening speeches set the tone. You had the Turkish ambassador, Mr. Volkan Özkapır, then Cameroon's Minister of Trade, Mr. Luc Maglor Mbarga Atangana, and also ATKB board member, Mr. Bunyamin Yevlaw.
So, strong signals from both sides about the importance of this.
Absolutely. It underscores the strategic value they both placed on these trade and partnership opportunities.
And crucially, for our audience, were defense and security part of these discussions, even at a big general trade event?
Yes, that was a consistent theme.
Yeah.
Even amidst the broader trade discussions, talks at the stands and in those one-on-one meetings frequently came back to potential partnerships, specifically in the defense and security sectors.
So a clear strategic undercurrent.
A very clear focus on those vital national security needs, yes.
But it wasn't just the big event hall, right? You mentioned field meetings.
Correct. And this is so important. On the Friday and Saturday after the main event, the delegation did individual field meetings, deeper dives with specific companies or groups.
That's where you get the real texture, isn't it? The stuff you don't find in a briefing document.
Exactly. That on-the-ground immersion is invaluable. Understanding specific local market needs, cultural nuances, things only become clear through that direct engagement.
Any specific examples that stood out from those field visits?
While the detailed account focuses on the breadth, the key takeaway was reinforcement. The need for truly tailored solutions. What works in Maputo might need tweaking for Lusaka and tweaking again for Douala or Yaoundé.
Ah, so they went to Yaoundé too.
Yes, they wrapped up the Cameroon leg in the capital, Yaoundé, on the Sunday. Meetings there with senior officials, different ministries, capital connections.
It really paints a picture of, well, relentless engagement across multiple levels.
Relentless, but also strategic. Each stop, Mozambique, Zambia, Cameroon. It wasn't just repeating the same formula. It was about gathering fresh insights, adapting the approach.
Which really underscores the need for tailored strategies in these regions. No one size fits all.
Absolutely not. That's probably the biggest lesson.
So, looking back at the whole journey, Maputo, Lusaka, Douala, Yaoundé, it really does offer some vital, practical lessons, doesn't it? For anyone trying to build these kinds of strategic partnerships, especially in complex markets like defense.
Definitely. It highlights just how valuable that deep, on-the-ground work is. Exchanging knowledge, building trust. That's how you grow stronger together.
It's far beyond just signing a contract.
Miles beyond. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, these kinds of detailed field accounts, they make you wonder, don't they, about the future of international cooperation.
How so?
Well, beyond the formal agreements, the big trade shows, how critical is that really deep person-to-person engagement, that pursuit of mutual purpose? How much does that actually shape whether global partnerships are effective and resilient in the long run?
That's a really interesting question to ponder. The human element, the trust factor, beyond the paperwork. So if this deep dive into the experiences in Mozambique, Zambia, and Cameroon has sparked your curiosity, maybe about how international partnerships work, or about the specific needs of defense forces around the world, keep exploring, keep asking questions.
There's always more to learn.